And welcome back to the Northeast Florida Surf Fishing Forecast for October 30th through November 1st, guys. As you can see, the water's dirty. This was taken Thursday afternoon. It was west-southwest winds, 20 to 25, dirty water. But let's talk about what's going on the last few days. C word would be the key word. Tons of it. The water was decent on Tuesday and Wednesday morning, and there were some nice fish caught, some nice whiting, pompano. I did well on the drum and sheephead. There were big bluefish caught, speckled trout. But the main story, like I said, is the seaweed. It was just horrendous. You throw out, and within 30 seconds, you already got seaweed on your line, and the fish you reel in have seaweed on them. So let's hope that gets out of here. Let's hope this west wind or whatever it takes to get it out of here, because Tuesday it wasn't there, and then Wednesday it was everywhere, and people fishing up and down the Northeast Florida beaches were trying to surf fish and basically having to turn around. See how this water looks. This is a little bit below knee deep, and it is filthy, guys. Absolutely filthy. Like I was saying, the water was absolutely filthy today. Wednesday it started getting bad because the wind picked up out of the south-southeast at 15 to 20, and you probably heard me, if you follow these reports, you know what I say every time. Anything out of the south, it gets dirty, and what does it bring? Catfish, sharks, and stingrays, and in this week, add seaweed. But the next few days, we'll see what happens. For Friday, they're calling for west-northwest winds in the morning at 10 to 15, switching over to the north-northeast at like 8 to 10. So the west wind is going to knock down the surf. If the northeast winds will change sooner in the day, it will actually clean the water up a lot faster, guys, which would be great, because then, well, you're looking at 2-foot surf as well. But on Saturday, it's going to be northeast 15 to 20. Surf 3 to 4 foot. With that being said, I still think you're going to be able to fish at the dead low tide, last 2 hours of that low tide, barring a barrage of seaweed. If the seaweed is still like it has been, don't waste your time. You'll get frustrated. You'll end up wishing you hadn't gone, even if you catch a few fish, because there's nothing more frustrating than throwing out, setting your rod in a rod holder, and immediately you see the rod start bending because a huge glob of seaweed is on it. That is not fun fishing, guys. It was some of the worst seaweed I've seen in this area in a long time, and let's hope that'll be the last time we see it like that for a while. But yeah, Saturday the winds are supposed to pick up as the day goes on, so maybe in the morning, although it's going to be incoming tide all morning, so my suggestion, maybe hit the inlets down in Villano, inside of Fort George, Nassau Sound, Amelia Island, any of those areas, check it out. If it's too rough, hit the river. They're still getting trout, sheephead, and flounder and redfish all in the river. And there's a lot of good reports on Facebook that we're seeing. If you haven't yet, you can go check out Jacksonville Fishing Report. They show a lot of what's going on in the Jacksonville area. Sunday, you're looking at west-northwest winds, switching over to the east late in the afternoon. It's going to be light and variable out of the west-northwest, so 7 to 15 miles an hour, 3-foot surf. I think Sunday may be the best day out of the next 3 days, guys. The northeast wind on Saturday will actually clean the water up, and then we get a west wind on Sunday. It'll stay clean, but smoother, so you'll be able to fish at outgoing tide. Like I said, the fish I caught this week, the sheephead and black drum and the whiting and pompano, everything ate the sand fleas. Last week, nothing wanted the sand fleas. They wanted the shrimp. This week when I went, all sand fleas. Absolutely destroyed the sand fleas. I tried shrimp in the same area, no bites. So if you can get the sand fleas, I suggest in the next week, you better load up on them, because as we start to get these nights in the 50s, it's going to push those sand fleas much deeper, and they're going to get a lot harder to find. What to expect to catch? There's whiting, like I said, whiting, black drum, redfish, speckled trout, bluefish, whiting, Spanish mackerel. Still tons of mullet in the surf, still tons of sand fleas in the surf. For the whiting and pompano, they've been hitting shrimp real well. Like I said, bring a variety of baits, sand fleas, shrimp, clams, crab knuckles, and always fish bites. Always keep fish bites in your box because they work, and they never go bad if you take care of them the right way. If you don't know how to take care of them, call the Fish Bites store in St. Augustine and ask for Brett, and he'll tell you how to do it because he uses them all the time and has a lot of success with them. And yeah, they work. But the next few days, let's see what happens. Saturday would be great if the wind doesn't blow as hard as they say. This could change. These wind reports, when I follow them, they can change hourly. So when I give you the wind forecast, I'm just going with the most recent. So I constantly look at it throughout the day. I'm a wind nut. I look at it about 10 to 12 times a day, and each time I look at it, it changes. So every time I give y'all guys a wind forecast, it's the most recent wind forecast that I've been given. Sunday, like I said, Sunday afternoon, because Monday, it looks like we might have some 4 to 5 foot surf, so that's not gonna be too much fun. But anyways, I'm gonna show y'all the hook I've been using for the sand fleas and targeting the drum and sheephead. I do not use circle hooks for that. I use a Owner SSW hook, and I'm gonna show you that right now. So these are my favorite hooks to use for the sheephead and drum and the redfish when I'm using sand fleas. 2/0 and a 3/0. Right now I've been using mainly 2/0s. They've been doing the job. That's the size of the hook. When you put the sand flea on, it fits perfectly onto the hook, guys. So if you can, use the nickel size sand fleas. Any bigger, the fish usually just crush them and get it off. The medium sized ones, the nickel sized ones, they inhale it. The drum have been crushing them. I mean, I'm having to dig the hook out of their bellies. So they're hungry for the fleas right now. This is the hook. They run about $3.99 pack pretty much anywhere. Owner also makes another hook with the J called the mosquito hook. That's very sharp too. And in fact, I use that hook also to fish for whiting and pompano when I'm using sand fleas. It's a very good all-purpose hook, as is this J hook right here. So if you don't have any, pick them up. They work great. And one last update. We got some good reports. Right now in North Carolina, they are crushing the pompano. So we got a cold front that's pushing through right now. That's gonna drop the temperatures in North Carolina. And guess where it's gonna push those pompanos? South. So we are looking at a very good run coming up soon. Let's hope we don't have just constant rough weather to where we miss it. But the pompano are on the way. The water temperature right now here is 76. Up in the Carolinas, I think it's 68. So we're almost to that magic number where it'll be Pompano City, guys. So like I said, send me your reports, show me what you catch. We'll put it on the video. And everybody have a great weekend, tight lines, and we'll be back Monday.